if you choose to listen to your bug man, or if you choose to listen to some guy that just went and took him a class so he could charge people to go out here and do $300-something home inspections 2 or 3 times a day, let me tell you something. Go ahead and listen to whoever you want to listen to. I don't give a crap who you spend your money with. And if I gave a crap, I wouldn't act how I act. I wouldn't say the shit I say. And I wouldn't feel how I feel whenever I get on this camera right here and hit record. But I feel how I feel, and I say what I want to say, and I'll keep doing things how I want to do them and how I've been doing them, and we'll keep giving our customers the best results that you'll find on the entire World Wide Web. Because I care about as much as what any of them building inspectors say, about as much as I care about what your local pest control company, what their branch manager has to say about all the stuff that you see us doing here at Tennessee Technicians. And all them branch managers and all them pest control companies and all them building inspectors that don't like seeing what we're doing, you can all kiss my ass. And if you got a problem with it, you can do the same. And by God, I ain't hearing no amens, but I ain't a-wanting any. Hell, fire. What is going on, guys? I am super excited to be coming at you today, only about 3 or 4 blocks away from where I personally grew up. That's right, my mom and dad's house is just about 3 or 4 roads over that way, and many years ago, this house right here behind me, that was one of my best friends, Gary Gasparian's house, Liza and Wendy. I wish you guys were all still over there right now so I could say hi to you. Just about 2 houses down right over there. That was my man, the Black Hammer, Devin Ferguson, one of my oldest friends all the way back to kindergarten. What's up, Devin? Hope you're watching this video. So guys, this house right here, it has belonged to my friends Diane and Lynn since I've been a little bitty boy. I used to swim inside that swimming pool around back. And this house is actually also a record now for us here at Tennessee Technicians, because I didn't inspect that crawl space 3 or 4 years ago. No. I didn't inspect that crawl space right there 5 or 6 years ago. No. I inspected that crawl space right there way back in 2009. It was one of the first crawl spaces that I did inspect after we started doing crawl space encapsulations here at Tennessee Technicians. Now fast forward a little over 11 years, and here we are over here taking care of all these moisture problems in this home so that Diane and Lynn can get it sold. They're actually closing on the sale tomorrow. So we've been over here humping our butts off since Monday afternoon, and I'm getting ready to bring all of you inside here with me and show all of you guys real quick what we were up against in the very beginning. Guys, I am currently standing inside of a basement. This is a split level home. That is the garage over there, and behind me here is the crawl space. It is a smaller crawl space, and this is my friend Diane's house. They have been letting their daughter and stuff live here for many years, and they are now selling this home. And once again, I mentioned earlier in the other project video, this house is due to close this Thursday morning. It is currently Monday afternoon, almost 3 p.m., and we're just getting started. So we've got literally less than 3 days to get all this finished up inside here. This is going to be a full 100% encapsulation with our 20 mil poly. We are going to be putting down a new 6 mil ground barrier first. And this house will have our smaller Santa Fe compact dehumidifier system. I'm going to flip the camera around real fast, jump inside that tiny hole, and show all of you guys what we're up against while we're right here in the very beginning. Come here and check this out with me. One of the hardest parts about this particular project is getting inside this entry, guys. We barely have enough clearance for our Santa Fe compact dehumidifier. There is a pretty large mound of dirt right there that Nick and Misty are trying their best to chisel down. We got Terry and Terry under here with us now, starting all the wiring. And I am trying to get inside here. There we go. This is all brand new ductwork that Diane just had done a little over a week ago. And since Terry is right here, I may just try to squeeze up here this way, show you guys very quickly this crawl space. Once again, this is the front wall of the home. Nick is over here chiseling the excess mortar from the wall right now.
Somebody lost a toy.
Somebody lost what?
A toy.
Oh.
I've been looking for that. That was mine. I had that. I lost that over here in 1993. Oh, so when we crawl through here, guys, you can see we've got quite a bit of debris we've got to get out of here. This is a very, very small crawl space. There's the back side of the home. What's going to be aggravating for us is whenever we get over here on this side of the home, right back here where all this main duct work is coming in, that all steps down, and that is going to be aggravating as hell getting around all that. But you know we're the team for it. So now that you guys have seen what we're up against, you see what this thing looks like, stay tuned, because it's going to be totally different here in a matter of a few hours. Nick and I are currently still over here at my friend Diane's house. We are putting all the final touches on this project right now as we speak. Yesterday afternoon at almost 6:30 p.m., we did turn the Santa Fe Compact Dehumidifier on inside this crawl space. And once we did so, the moisture levels inside that crawl space were almost 75%. This morning, Nick and I just arrived. It's before 8 a.m. And then as soon as I check the monitor, it's already 50% inside that crawl space. Guys, that thing's been running less than 13 hours. So pay attention to the results, guys, and keep paying attention, because what you're about to see, as soon as we get this thing cleaned out, woo, it's gonna blow you away, baby. All right, guys, as you can see behind me there, Nick and I have gotten a ton of garbage out from under this project. Everything is wrapped up now. Nick is inside here just lightly wiping down the walls. I'm getting ready to flip this camera around and take all of you throughout this entire brand new, finished Tennessee Technicians Crawl Space Encapsulation, baby. Let's go. And of course, you guys all remember that mega muddy mess that you seen Nick right here chiseling away. Misty was right up there working. Terry and Terry were under here getting everything wired up, guys. Let's go inside here now and show you guys this full project. And guys, getting inside this crawl space has been one of the most challenging things. You kind of got to post up here, use your knees, and then when you get in here, check it out. There's a pretty big hole. You can't see me, can you, Nick?
No.
That's what I say. And I hate to turn these lights off on Nick, guys, but if you just look overhead, just like on all of our projects, boom, as you can see, bam, you got lights throughout the entire thing. And that's just one of our signature components that you'll always see on all of our Tennessee Technicians crawl space encapsulations, just like you've been seeing now for over 12 years running. It may not be that easy for you to tell watching right here, guys, but that wall that I am panning to the right now and showing you guys, from corner to corner and all the way down to the far side of the wall over there, which I'll show you here momentarily, that right there, that was the hardest wall that I have ever ran here at Tennessee Technicians in all my years of doing crawl space encapsulations. There were so many different wires coming in. Look, guys, there's wires and pipes and ducts and everything going all the way down that wall. Just wait till you see the mess down there in that corner. So while this crawl space may be a smaller project, by no means was any part of this thing easy. And right here in front of me now is our one and only humidistat fan on this project. And guys, if this is your first time ever seeing any of our videos, those humidistat fans right there, those are the exhaust of this project. And if any of you watching right now doubt that those are needed on our projects, let me just tell you something real quick. Don't be comparing apples and oranges. If you want to compare shit, you compare apples to apples. So don't be trying to compare anything you see us doing here at Tennessee Technicians with all the other normal shit you see across the internet. Because you don't see no 3 to 4 inch magical bullshit termite window, do you? Do you think this boy talking gives a shit about what any building inspector says? All building inspectors can kiss my rebel ass. Because I care about as much as what any of them building inspectors say, about as much as I care about what your local pest control company, what their branch manager has to say about all the stuff that you see us doing here at Tennessee Technicians. And all them branch managers and all them pest control companies and all them building inspectors that don't like seeing what we're doing, you can all kiss my ass. And if you got a problem with it, you can do the same.
And by God, I ain't hearing no amens, but I ain't a-wanting any. Hell, fire. Hell, fire. Coming over here to my left, there's our Santa Fe compact dehumidifier system. I'll give you guys a run through on that here in just a second. But for right here in this exact moment, I want to flip the camera around and let my buddy Nick Ferris, and for those of you that don't know, Nick and I, we've been friends since I've been about 12 years old. We bowled on the same bowling team together. And this is Nick's first official Tennessee Technicians crawlspace encapsulation project that he has worked on, and I'm going to flip it around here and ask him a few questions and let somebody that's actually worked throughout the entire thing talk to all of you so you can hear someone else's opinion on this matter other than myself. And guys, Nick is right over here beside me now, wiping off the final little bit of remnants of dust where we've been drilling in all these wall anchors. And Nick, if you don't mind, buddy, what would you say to the person or the homeowner watching, not just from a person that's under here working under these jobs, but coming from a person that has, how many years you've been watching these videos? Let me ask you that.
I've been watching them for about 2 to 3 years, at least 1-2 videos every week.
So you've watched 1 or 2 of our videos, like you just said, every single week for many years. So you've seen these projects, you know what they look like.
Yes.
But did you even comprehend about how much effort was going to go into getting these projects like this?
No, I had no idea that the work would be this hard and all the steps that we take to make things look so good.
I mean, show them your freaking hands, dude. I mean, sit them out there on the ground. Let me get a shot. This is what happens when you come work with me for a week, guys. Look at that, man. And Nick, as far as the results go, you know, not just based on looks alone, but like what you've been seeing here on those moisture levels being down to 50% this morning in under 13 hours time. Or maybe like you've already seen at our other job in Chattanooga that we're working on, with all that water getting sent out of that house. I mean, what would you say to the person that's been wondering maybe as they watch our videos, I wonder if all that shit they're doing really works?
I promise you, it works 100%. Just like he was just talking about on the job in Chattanooga, when we dug that French drain, just a trench, the next day there was water already standing in the trench and started running to where we dig our basin sump pump hole. And just like here, plugging this up, within 15 minutes it already started sucking moisture out of the house water.
And one more thing that I'd like to ask you to let everyone hear. You seen this job whenever we first started. You were right in here with me working in all this muddy mess, you, Misty, and I. And now, going from that to this, what would you say to the person that is contemplating hiring us? You know, they may be on the fence. They may be thinking, I wonder if they're really as good as what Tanner's always saying.
It's money well spent. And I'm not just saying that because I work here now, but I promise you, when I own a home, I'll do it to my own house. I promise.
Wow, that's great, dude. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Nick. I've enjoyed spending this past week and a half with you. Hadn't seen you in what, probably
10, 15 years, I guess.
At least, because I don't recall seeing you since I won state in 1997. Woo! Okay, guys, now I'm going to roll over here, get under these ducts, and I'm going to come over here and talk to you guys a little bit about our smaller Santa Fe compact dehumidifier, because normally you see us installing the larger Santa Fe Advanced unit. But on these smaller crawl space situations, we do install the smaller compact unit. Sometimes we even install 2 of them, depending on the size of the crawl space. So guys, this is the main drain line right here, and you can see the water just dumping out of the unit right now. That water all comes down inside this condensate pump right here, and as that water level rises within that condensate pump basin, that will trip a float switch and then send this water up. And I've got it going all the way over there into the sink drain line. We install all of our units via our hanging kits that you'll see above right there. This has all been leveled. You want to make sure you've got this dehumidifier, guys, as level as possible. And then when you get down here looking at your switches, you always want to make sure you've got your switch set to auto. And then if you look right here at your dial, if this was 6 o'clock right here in the bottom middle, and if that was 9 o'clock right there at that screw, I always split that in the middle right there around 7 or 7:30, guys. And as long as you've gotten all that set just like I showed you, and if you got your crawl space sealed off like what you see us doing here in all of our projects, you should produce very, very similar results as to what we always produce here at Tennessee Technicians. But if you choose to listen to your bug man, or if you choose to listen to some guy that just went and took him a class so he could charge people to go out here and do $300-something home inspections 2 or 3 times a day, let me tell you something. Go ahead and listen to whoever you want to listen to. I don't give a crap who you spend your money with. And if I gave a crap, I wouldn't act how I act. I wouldn't say the shit I say. And I wouldn't feel how I feel whenever I get on this camera right here and hit record. But I feel how I feel, and I say what I want to say, and I'll keep doing things how I want to do them and how I've been doing them, and we'll keep giving our customers the best results that you'll find on the entire World Wide Web. And if you doubt any of that, be sure to head on over to youtube.com/Tanner Flowers right now. Do me a favor and subscribe. Leave me a comment, because as you'll quickly see, I try my best to answer each and every comment left on that friggin' channel. Let me see if I can hit you guys a quick 360 here. Look at those walls. You may say, well, Tanner, you got a wrinkle over there. Yeah, that's because we had an over-poured footer going like this right here, about 2 feet out off that wall, all the way down through there. So for that wall to end up looking as smooth as it does right now, it's actually quite remarkable. You may say, hey, what's that foam right there? That right there is where we sealed one of the foundation vents. And on top of that, there was still a gap where they had cut those foundation vents out. Look at that, guys. Look how all them anchors are in every 12 to 18 inches. And now, let's go right on down here to the super, super messy, hardest spot of the whole project. And let me show you how all that turned out. I'd like to show Diane and Lynn real quick a full shot of their floors here. Check this out, guys, going all the way down, as smooth as a friggin' ice skating rink. Man, look at that. Hard to believe this is that same muddy crawl space that we began working in just 3 short days ago. Now, I'm just gonna get on my elbows here and pull myself down this way. You'll see right up here is that Y. That was the only drain line coming down underneath this whole crawl space. That is a 1.5 inch drain line coming from the sink up there in the kitchen. And as you can imagine, with that pipe being against that wall there and against the wall right there, I had 0 flex to get that piece in there, but I used my oscillating tool. It was not an easy plumbing job, and I did get it all plumbed in. Look what I'm crawling under here. That's what I'm saying, guys. This job, there's not a single part of it that's been easy. And whoever did that duct work right there, you could have done a better job at hanging that unit up right there like you're supposed to have done. I hate seeing my customers spend money with you companies, and I don't care who you are. I don't know who did this, and I don't even want to know. But if you're going to come in here and take money from my customers, you ought to have enough decency about yourself. If you're going to charge them to hang all this shit up, you need to be sure you hang all this shit up and don't leave it sitting on the ground like that. That's a bunch of shit, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself. So all of that water from our dehumidifier goes into that Y right there, and then from there, it goes right out that drain line all the way outside of this house, so that it is no longer a problem inside this crawl space. Guys, you see all these pipes. We've got a dryer vent coming through the wall, ducts coming through the wall. Look at all that. Look back in behind there. We got it all, guys. Look at the tops. I don't know how we did it, but we got it done. And guys, this ain't the Tanner Flowers show by no means. It's the Tennessee Technician show. I couldn't have done this by myself. I had a lot of help from my friend Misty and a ton of help from my buddy Nick. And also Terry and Terry for always doing our wiring. They've been working with my father-in-law now for more years than I'm even aware of. Let me show you this duct line coming through right here. It's pretty sharp. So as we are making our way back to the crawl space entry there, there's you another shot of how many more wires were coming in through that wall. And this ground right here was super uneven, especially considering that monster trench that we had to work with right there, if you can see that. But look at how well all of that turned out. And if you think you could have gotten that anywhere other than Tennessee Technicians, go ahead and call them people up, baby. Just be sure not to call me up telling me about how sad and disappointed you are that you chose to go with one of them piece of crap companies that I've been trying to warn all of you watching these videos about for nearly 15 years running. So, hey, be my guest. Doubt what I say. Be my guest. Talk some shit in them comments below. Be my guest and put your trust into whoever you decide to put your trust into. And while all that's taking place, and while you're getting that piece of crap job done, I can't wait for you to come back here to youtube.com/Tanner Flowers whenever you get done. And if you're lucky enough to even see photos of what that piece of crap company did for you, I can't wait for you to look at all that. Then come back and look at all of this. And guess what? You could have had it if you didn't doubt the truth. Because I preach the gospel here, guys. And as always, I appreciate your time. I thank you for joining me and Nick and Misty inside another one of our finished project videos. I'd like to invite you back to look at another one of our finished project videos, which we should have ready for you here in just a couple days from my buddy James's house in Chattanooga. We've made a ton of progress on that job, and we've got a lot more progress to make today and tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys. We'll talk to all of you again soon, and I can't wait to see each of you inside that next video.